since that cabinet cleaned up so nicely, I figured, what the heck, I might as well just dive in and recap this chassis right now. So I went ahead and did that. I didn't bother recording any footage because I've done this before. If you want to see an in-depth restoration series on this 20X1 chassis, I have a series on restoring an Admiral 20X11. So, it was straightforward. Just replaced all the paper caps, out of tolerance resistors, got rid of the crusty sand resistor that was here, and I restuffed the two electrolytics on the top side. The one that was underneath clipped in here, I just tacked in two caps. I suppose I can pop that back in for aesthetics, but they were convenient mounting points down here, so I just tacked them in. So that is that. So now I am ready for the first power up. So I'm going to flip this chassis down and get set up to try turning it on for the first time. Here's a look at the top side of the chassis. So in addition to recapping it, I also cleaned it up a bit. Still a little more work to do. I didn't get down in under the CRT, for example. Here's one of the restuffed caps. What I did is I unmounted them from below, took them out, cut them open, mounted new caps, and eventually I will reattach that. And there is the other one. In addition to cleaning up this cover inside, I cleaned up all the dust and debris as well. Cleaned up the tubes a bit. Still plenty to do if I want to get this all sparkling clean, but let's see if this thing actually works first. Now, if you recall, the original speaker was missing from this set, which also serves as a filter choke for the power supply. Luckily, I've got the real deal now, so plug this in right here. Now, I did take this dual ion trap, bagged it off while cleaning, so I don't expect to get a raster if this thing even powers up properly. I'll have to manipulate that a bit, but maybe we can get a crackle out of the speaker. And of course, you know, hopefully nothing goes up in smoke when I turn it on. So, dig up a cheater cord now and give it a try. Okay, it's plugged into the PR57 and it is turned off. Turning the PR57 on now. Monitor the current. Turn the set on right now. Current popped up and then came back down to a little over 3/4 of an amp. Tubes are all lit up. Rectifier's not arcing over or anything, glowing blue. A little something out of the speaker. Current goes up to about 1 1/4 amps, which seems reasonable. Don't hear anything out of the high voltage. Doesn't mean it's bad though. Let's see. Yeah, I can see a full link alongside the high voltage rectifier, so there's got to be power going to the flyback. Screen is blank though. See if I can pick up channel 6. No channel numbers on this, so I don't really know what channel I'm tuning to. Well, just if it's static, I'll turn the brightness up and see if I can get a raster. So, blank screen right now. I got the brightness turned up all the way. I'll manipulate this and see if I can get anything. That's not a good sign. I just went all the way around the neck of the CRT. This magnet and absolutely nothing. Base is a little loose, but filling's glowing. Alright, I'll grab a high voltage probe and make sure I've actually got some high voltage. Okay, let's see. Get this under the cup, popping it off. Yeah. 8,000 or so. Some meters, not super accurate, but they're, yeah, it's supposed to be about 9,000 volts. I'm in the ballpark. It should be enough to get a raster. So what's the deal? Could be the bias voltages in the CRT are so far off, it's cutting it off. I had the contrast turned up all the way too. I just turned that down. That might have been a negative effect. Nothing at all. I got it on the right way too. Well, black, two sections there, black goes towards the base, so yeah, that's right. I'm going to look at my reference photos and see where this was actually positioned before I started, so at least I'll have an idea of where it should go. I flipped this set on its side so I could peer underneath the tuner and figure out what the channel strip identifiers and which channel was which, and I am on channel 6 now. Hey, what do you know? Got the Blackhawks game. Tuner's definitely dirty. Changing the channel clunker. 2-0 lead. Periods of play. Alright, so tuner's working. Fantastic. At least the audio portion is. And I've got really good sound, so the alignment can't really be off. One thing to keep in mind is I have not tested any of the tubes, so that could definitely be a problem. Also, the base on the CRT is loose, so could have a bad pin connection there. Still don't have a raster. I looked at my reference photo, and the ion trap magnet looked like it was down around like so. Hey, there we go. Wow, that focus magnet must be really screwed up. Something's really mushing the picture over to the side. I'm adjusting the focus now, and I'm getting into focus, but it's still really out of whack. That's what this is for, so let's try giving that a... Okay, there we go. It must have been because this got knocked. This is like a gimbal assembly. You can adjust this way and also this way. So you do this and this. So there we go. That's more like it. Okay, so let's see if I get this epileptic seizure to stop here and get some hold. Alright. That is why I like working on Admirals. First power up, and it's working fine.
Version of the hot line on the left wing, coughed up the punt to Chalmers, and p3o4 came along, took it, tried to
I have almost no antenna hooked up. I just have a 18-inch long alligator clip on the antenna terminal. Now I've got it hooked to a converter box.
Stopped that one with the paddle of his stick and then flicked the puck back onto the top of the Hawk net. What a save by Crawford. If he doesn't strike the puck there, that one tumbles into the back of the Hawk net for the tying goal.
CRT film was out. I definitely got to touch up that base. I mean, might be a bad connection on some of the pins.
Every match needs protection. Crawford falling back just whacks this up and it stays on top of the net. Who's going to go into the net if he doesn't want to?
Hooked up.
The puck off of a poke check.
So that's 6. 5, 4, 3. Definitely got the box hooked up and it's definitely turned on. Try cleaning the pins on the tuner. Okay, there's something coming in now. Definitely dirty tuner pins. Can't get horizontal hold though. I'm gonna try adjusting the oscillator coil on the back of the set. There we go. And need some more height.
Hi, Frank. Hi, Sergeant. How's everything? It's quiet. Don't knock it.
Not too shabby.
Look at it. Pay respects to the dead. You're watching Catch Me If You Can on PTV. This year, 13 million older Americans will fall. Almost half won't be able to get back up on their own.
After I fell, I was on the floor for 6 hours. I couldn't get to my phone. And they told me later I had a stroke.
It was 24 hours before I got help. I ended up in the hospital with pneumonia.
I was hurt really.
I cleaned up the contact pins with some chrome metal polish, and now I just popped off this access cover here so I can actually clean the contacts. There's a lot of dust and dirt and debris inside there. I'll use some compressed air, then I'll shoot some contact cleaner in there. I also notice there's a date on here, November 11th, 1949, which is pretty darn late. It's almost 1950, and by then a set of this design was pretty crusty because these came out in 48 initially. Not only is it a small 10-inch screen, but a fairly primitive. Alright, that tuner's much better now. So here's a test pattern. Linearity's off a bit, both horizontally and vertically. So vertical is easy enough to take care of because there are controls on the back. Picture's not quite centered right either. Too bad. There. I'll adjust the exact height once it's back in the cabinet because I'm not sure exactly how tall the mask should be. Horizontal linearity is a bit trickier. It's a coil on the back I can tweak a little bit, but could also be an issue with the horizontal output tube or damper tube. So I think I'll check those tubes before I do too much tinkering with the settings. Issue with the horizontal linearity turned out to actually be the horizontal drive. There's a trimmer capacitor on the back and somebody had backed it out all the way. So it was like this, and I started tightening it down, and there we go. That is not bad. So I still need to go through and check the tubes, but otherwise I think this is ready to pop back into the cabinet.
Smells like this down there. They don't. It's funny. What? Reminder that today's Black Sharks Wild game is sponsored by the Diligent Expert Parts, thinking of relocating your business for success. Now Chris Versteeg picks off a pass ahead of the Hawk line.